Hey, what's up, everybody? This is VisitJoan, and guess what? I'm here with an island living build. Oh my goodness! I know, it's been forever since I've done anything in Sulani, and I thought the world was like pretty much done except for a couple of lots. But then I realized, there was some tweaking that I needed to do, particularly with the cruise shipwreck lot. That lot was just so laggy. I had one of my Sims actually have a bladder failure on that lot, and with the number of toilets on that lot, I did get the no excuse award. So I'm like, okay, this slot is completely unplayable. I should just get rid of it and build something else. Now, before I go on into the video, I do want to throw out a little disclaimer. Okay, it's not a little disclaimer, it's a big disclaimer. But anyway, I knew this was going to take a while to edit. And I knew that, I was kind of having trouble finding where all the footage was in Final Cut simply because, I didn't do one build after another. I kind of did what I felt like doing that day. And so the builds were all on all different dates. They're all scattered all over the place and stuff like that. So I decided, okay, you know what? I'm just going to put all the raw, unedited footage together and speed it up. And when I did that, I had a 50-minute long video. So a lot of that was me screwing around, because here's the thing, this was not even the first attempt. This is like my third attempt at doing it. My first attempt, I don't think I even moved that video over to this computer, and my second attempt, I just didn't even put in the video at all. Like, honestly, I just cut it out completely. This is like my third attempt, and a lot of it is me screwing around, trying to get something that looks good, because I was trying to follow Avalon's tutorial, and I just was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And I'm just like, oh, why can't this look good? And I don't even remember if that was really what was going on in my head or not. But anyway, you guys, I basically did cut a lot out, a lot of unnecessary stuff. Like, there's a lot of outside decoration you don't see. And there is this one part where I was actually at the kitchen, and then I came across a part of the video where I was decorating the outside, and I realized, wait a minute, I put these in the wrong order. So it was actually a lot less further along than I thought I was. So basically, yes, this video is going to be a bit jumpy in places, and I'm sorry, but it was either that or have a video that took the better half of an hour. And I know that you guys don't have time to sit here for 50 minutes. I don't want to be editing this thing here for 50 minutes. I wouldn't even want to watch a 50-minute long speed build. Like, I don't even have that attention span. So I had to cut out what I had to cut out. And if you want us to see everything right away, you know what? Again, I'm sorry, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Now, with that being said, the roofing was not the only problem with this build. I wanted to put like a distinct line between the floors, but the freezes just wouldn't work, because when I put them in there, they would just stick out of the roof, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Oh my goodness. And then I would try to put the trim there, but since the top part of the roof wasn't, it didn't have a room above it, I could only put trim in like certain parts of it, which was just really frustrating. Please fix that, Sims team. But basically what I did, is you can see me doing it here now, is I just put like little flat patio foundation, whatever it's called. I don't even know. It is like almost 7 o'clock at night. Okay, and I'm just a little fried because I've been pretty much editing all day, and I feel okay right now, but pretty much sooner or later I'm going to get sick of it. So yeah. It's been a long day, and I'm kind of excited to finally get back to regular schedule tomorrow, but until then, I'm probably going to be editing this thing, and I'm probably not going to finish tonight after I do this. And if I don't feel up to it, because I still feel up to it, but after, a little while, I'm just probably going to call it a night and be like, okay, I'm done. I am completely done with this because I'm not finished editing it, because I wanted to do the voiceover while everything that happened while I was editing this is still, fresh in my mind and stuff, because I don't want to be like scrambling for my words a couple days later when I have a bunch of stuff that probably could fill in a 20 or so, however long I get it down to. I've gotten it down to about 32 minutes now, and I've still got more to go. So yeah, right now I'm actually watching unedited footage, but guys, yeah. So anyway, another thing where I did have a little struggles with was with the kitchen. So I did, edit parts of that out, did a bunch of cross dissolves. Again, I'm sorry if you wanted to see the full process, but it just wasn't feasible, guys. Like I said before, I've been doing this all day. Mercury is currently in retrograde, so any kind of anything that deals with communication is already just out of control, and it's been a long day, and I'm just, you know what, I'm just trying to get this stuff done. I don't think it's gonna get done tonight, but yeah, anyway, so I was looking at Pinterest and I found a few A-frame houses. I don't know why I decided to do an A-frame house. I honestly don't. It's just an idea maybe that popped into my head. I don't know, but I was looking at Pinterest. I found a couple that I liked, and they were a little bit different. So I decided to combine a couple of the two, and that I think is probably where I have my problems because, you know, I've seen like A-frame houses that are like one floor, you know, there's this thing sticking out of the A-frame, like one floor. But I decided to do like 2 floors because, you know, that's what it had in the one video. Not video. Oh my goodness. You know what? I really need to quit. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'll see you. I don't know when I'm going to pick this back up. Okay, guys, I'm back. It's been about 24 hours, give or take a couple of hours. And well, it's also been a long day, but, you know, not just because, I don't know, it's for a different reason, you know, it's because somebody gave me some honest feedback, and I'm really happy that they were just outright honest with me, because I've had problems with that in the past, but it really got me thinking about a couple of things, and, well, it's a long story. You really just don't need to hear all of it and hear me complain about stuff, because nobody wants to listen to that, so I'm not going to be doing that. What I am going to be doing is being really happy that I actually got this opportunity to record, because, you know, my mom's been gone, and she doesn't say when she's going to be back. I think it may be, you know, like different depending on what actually is going on. She went to see family in another town, so I have this opportunity to just record, and I didn't think she was going to be gone this late, which I'm really excited about, because, you know, I really just don't want her sitting here listening to everything, because, yeah, I just don't want that, but, yeah, I didn't think she would be gone this late, and that's a good thing, because, you know, as I was, you know, editing this video, I was kind of like, okay, I gotta get this done, so I have some time to actually record, so I don't have any background noise, and nobody's listening in on me, and all that other wonderful stuff that comes with it, and it all worked out, which is actually a first in a long time, so I'm happy about that. I finished editing this video, and I managed to get it down to about 18 minutes and 20 seconds. And that's good enough. That's a watchable length. Oh my goodness. Like, I thought about just, like, quitting around when it hit, like, 20, just because I was sick and tired of editing, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna finish this. It's gonna, you know, I don't want to be, like, that weird person who just doesn't, like, finish their videos. Like, I don't know. I mean, if you do that, I'm not gonna judge you, but that's not who I am. I'm gonna finish this dang thing because I just want this done. But, anyway, as with the kitchen, it was, oh my goodness, I just basically just chopped out a big bunch of the kitchen because it was, like I've said before, it was a mess. I was screwing around trying to get stuff right, and I just didn't want to edit it and didn't want to show all of it and all that wonderful stuff. And oh my goodness, this living room, guys, can we talk about how annoying this living room was to try and furnish, because there was one wall that made the most sense for me to put the TV on. And if I did that and I put a couch there, it would be like right in front of the door. So you'd be like opening the door and you'd run into the sofa. And that's just like, no. Oh my goodness, that makes a horrible house design. So I was trying to figure out what to do. I was trying to see if I could make like, whatchamacallit, like a little entryway. But finally I decided to put the little room dividers there and the TV against that. And the funny thing is that while I was doing this part, I was listening to the Simmer's Digest podcast. And they had, MGTV, I think it was, and she was talking about how her favorite object was the future cube. And as you can see right now, I pull out a future cube like right after she answered that question, and I thought that was just really good timing and kind of funny, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. Anyway, oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I've started listening to Simmer's Digest podcast, basically because they're doing a new Machinima segment, and I was just waiting to see, okay, when is Trouble in Paradise going to be featured? And, okay, I'm not getting into that, guys, but it's just hint, but I feel like I have to make those hints because nobody notices me otherwise. See, you see, this is like a sneak peek into my life, and it's, oh my goodness, it's the stuff I have to deal with, but like I said, you guys don't want to hear me complaining, so I'm not going to do it anymore, at least I hope I'm not, but, if I'm going to do any complaining, it's going to be about this freaking build. By the time I was just done recording this, it was one of those things where I really just wanted to get it done, but I didn't want to, build anymore. But at the same time, I just needed to get it done. So I was just really just kind of pushing myself, and oh my goodness, I'm not happy doing that. I really shouldn't be doing that, but I was doing it anyway. So I don't know why I do that. That doesn't make me happy, but whatever. I got it done. I'm happy. It's done. It's almost done. I can export it now, and then I can work on some more important things that I really just need to work on. So, yeah, that really wasn't all that informative, but I'm kind of running out of things to say, so I'm just rambling here. You guys know that about me. I think you should anyway. Yeah, I totally meant to put more stuff on that end table, and it didn't happen. Which, by the way, I was actually, playing with this house a little bit just because I wanted to, accelerate the game clock. There's something, reasonable. Because if you guys don't know, if you, load up a house in the middle of the night, their needs are just all messed up. A lot of them have been filled. And then, when they go to school or work or whatever, they're really tired. And it's just, it hampers their job performance. And it's just oh my goodness. Their needs in the red during the whole work day. And it's just kind of annoying. So, basically what I did is I put the, oh boy. Whatchamacallit. I put, I basically played all night because there was a baby. You will see that in these screenshots. There was, the baby that was born on the cruise ship. And, yeah, I wanted to age him up into a toddler. And that's another thing. This house was a little bit different to do just because the majority of the kids in this house are boys. And that's just completely different. Normally I either go for a lot of girls or an even mix, but no, the most of the kids in this house were boys, and so that was a little bit different. I ended up, when I was when I was floor planning it, I ended up having the two boys share the one room and then giving the one kid a toddler room. So I decided I was gonna, age him up to a toddler because he had been a baby long enough, so I did that, and then it was funny because I'm okay, I asked the mom, okay, can you just make some fruit salad for everybody, and she goes and just stands there for a little bit. Simulation lag. I don't know why. It's just been really bad lately for some just random bizarre reason. But there was big simulation lag, but she finally finished it, and when I told her, okay, call everybody to be able, the toddler was already sitting in the high chair. So, yeah, that hasn't seemed to be a problem lately, where the adults are putting the toddler in the high chair, and then they're taking him out. It just hasn't been happening recently, so I'm happy about that. I don't know if there's an official fix for that in a patch or not, but I really don't really know. That's just, how I've been approaching everything lately. I don't know. It is what it is. You hear me say that a lot, and it's kind of, I really, see, there I go again. Anyway, here is the oldest girl's room, Francesca. And I had one heck of a time deciding on a bed. It was so bad that I had to use the footage of the first bed I put in there and then do a cross dissolve over to the last bed that I finally decided on, because there was no way I could actually cut it up and edit it to make it look coherent. You know what I mean? So yeah, I am busy doing her room right now, and there was just a lot of stuff I kind of had to do. I put a bookshelf in there. Well, you guys are going to see it, so I don't need to explain everything, but it was just a struggle, and especially because, of the A-frame shape. The really annoying thing about that is that it still technically thinks that it's outside, so the colors are all off, and it's just you can't just see what actually everything is going to be. And even if you put indoor lights in there, it just doesn't work. And it only works at night because there's no outdoor light, but yeah, that's a thing, you guys, and it's just really just kind of annoying because, yeah, I know while it doesn't count as floor tiles if you're doing a tiny house, well, yeah, if you're doing anything else, then forget about that because, well, okay, yeah, here we go. I'm sorry if you can hear that behind me, but Hope is basically running around like she's crazy. I don't know why. She must have gotten the go-do. She gets that a lot. It's a thing that a lot of guinea pigs get when they're babies, but Hope's not a baby anymore, and Cordy just doesn't do it. Hope does. I don't know why. These pigs are interesting, and they're kind of personalities and stuff, which it's just, I don't know. Like I said before, I don't know. I don't know anything. Why am I talking about what I'm talking about? I really don't know. But anyway, guys, back to the build. This hallway was just really a struggle because I was trying to find things to put into it. And of course, there's always the struggle of the freaking dartboard. I want there to be enough room to throw the darts, but I also don't want it to be next any next to any like bulletin boards and stuff like that that can get hit with a dart and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, I just don't like that being like right next to the wall, but there's nothing I can do about that in this build. So anyway, you guys, I am working on the toddler's room right now. And yes, I love those little hamster things. I love putting that in kids' rooms. Like, oh my goodness, it's just completely enjoyable and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm kind of feeling a little bit burnt out right now, to be honest. It's like, it's just really kind of a struggle. Like, I want to build, but I don't want to record it because I've just done a bunch of builds and I don't have to build for YouTube for another, who knows how long, but, I want to do apartment renovations, and I want to get all of those on camera. So, yeah, I've got a couple more. Well, I don't know. I've just got a lot of other videos to do, and it's just stuff like that, and I'm trying to manage my time. And speaking of managing my time, this build is coming to an end. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really appreciate you leaving a like and a comment. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. And if you want to follow me on social media, if you want to see behind the scenes, fun facts, stuff like that, be sure to follow me on Instagram, and if you want to see my thoughts on all things Sims related, you can feel free to follow me on Twitter at VisitJoan Videos. But anyway, I'm going to get up out of here now. I will be seeing you in the next video. Bye, everybody!